I kind of owe an apology to Caleb Williams. I've been really up and down with him. Mostly down, if I'm being honest. I was one of the more harsher ones when I was doing like draft analysis because I thought he was, an off-schedule playmaker, and I didn't know how well he could play within the pocket. That's clearly been a thing. After this game, though, just being honest, it's kind of hard not to be convinced. We knew he had a big arm, like a really big arm, but in that weather and in that game, it was just jumping off the screen. He is cutting that ball through the wind, 45, 50 yards like that. He's got a cannon. That game-winning throw to DJ Moore is as beautiful of a pass as you're going to see. The score late in the game to tie it, the fourth down closer to the goal line where Packers basically send a blitz and he's falling back off his back foot and just slings it. Now the guy was wide open, but still the pass on its own, just unbelievable. So the talent just jumps off. The problem that he's had has been within the pocket and the accuracy there. He still has that. There's no doubt that he still has the accuracy issues when he's playing from within the pocket, and it can really be frustrating sometimes. Like if you're a Bears fan, I'm not, but you can see with Ben Johnson, you can just feel it that sometimes it's aggravating because he just won't read it and cut it loose in the pocket. He'll be a little indecisive. He wants to escape and make a play on the run. When those opportunities present itself, he's great at doing that, no doubt. But in this game, late, when they needed it, he made the plays from the pocket. And that was just a big step up. I think this was a stepping stone for Caleb Williams. You've seen all year with Ben Johnson, he just continues to get better and better. Ben Johnson, as everyone expected, is an incredible head coach. If you don't mind, please subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on a video. We're talking the NFL all season long. Back to the video. A lot of people expected him to turn the Bears around, to have a far superior season than they did last year. I don't think even Bears fans expected this kind of season. The expectation probably, if we're just being honest, was rehabilitate's the wrong word, but can you just come in, establish a culture, and define that Caleb Williams is the guy? Can you give this team enough so we feel comfortable that we at least drafted the right quarterback and we've got a foundation for the future? That was probably what Chicago Bears fans really wanted and hoped for and expected from the season. Now, I'm going to be kind of surprised if they don't win a playoff game. They're going to be more than likely the 2 seed. They're hosting a playoff game. They're one of the better teams in the NFC. And we're past the point of it being a fluke. Like they're beating good football teams. Because we said that earlier in the year, a couple weeks ago, I said they've had a really easy schedule, but it's about to get really tough. Let's see what they do with these games coming up. And they just keep delivering. They beat Philly. They've beaten Green Bay. It's incredibly impressive. And that was a game Green Bay really needed to have. Now, Green Bay did kind of blow it at the end, for sure, letting Chicago get the onside kick and come back in the game. Unforgivable, honestly. So that should have never happened, but it just speaks to the team that Chicago is, to the culture that Ben Johnson has built. And you see it if you watch any of the locker room videos or any of the clips they post on social media after the games. Ben Johnson, that team, it's similar to what we said about Jacksonville. It's one of those feelings you just kind of can't help but love in sports, especially in the NFL, when there's a team who has been bad, who has been subpar for years, when the fans have had nothing to believe in. And then you just see this turnaround and this special season starting to take shape. And at a certain point, it's just not a fluke. It's like, oh man, it's real. We've got a lot working for us. Things are going right. It's that kind of season for Chicago. I don't think they can win the Super Bowl just because I think the Rams are superior, especially coach quarterback. I think Seattle is superior. I don't know if the experience is there. It's rare you're going to see a first-year head coach and second-year quarterback go and win the Super Bowl. Not saying they couldn't make it, but actually taking home the trophy, I think that's a stretch. However, could they win 1-2 playoff games? Sure. If we look up and they're playing in the NFC Championship game, would you be surprised? Because I wouldn't. At this point, you couldn't be. You'd be like, okay, here we go. Let's see if they can make something happen. Sky's the limit, really, for them. And this is it's just an incredible season that Bears fans probably couldn't have dreamed of. You've got the quarterback, you've got the coach. So even if this fizzles out, even if you lose in the first round in a disappointing playoff performance. I know in the moment it will sting, but you've got a 10-year runway of good things coming your way, assuming these two can stay together, because you assume they're only going to get better. Incredible season from Chicago. I can't imagine what it feels like to have this turnaround right now. They've got to be loving it. And you just don't want to play them because they're physical. They run the football. Ben Johnson doesn't care what it looks like. He doesn't care how ugly it is. He's just going to do what he has to do to beat you. Those are my favorite coaches. He doesn't care I don't care if you like it. I don't care if it's boring. I don't care if you fall asleep. We'll punch you in the mouth. We'll be more physical and we'll win the football game. You love to see that. And that's a coach and a culture that organization has desperately needed.